I'm doing very good. I just had my last day of work for December. I'm off until January, so good news there. Yeah. Well, yeah. Borderline banter will continue to happen. That's a side gig, you know. Oh, they're having some audio issues. It sounds like. Yeah, they can hear me, so that's good. Welcome to Borderline Banter, everyone. What Mike was trying to say is he's giving a shout out to Freaky TV, who recently gave our channel a shout out and helped us reach our goal of 50 followers. And actually, beyond that, he got us beyond what it would have been our next goal, 75 followers, and now we're actually at 87. So huge shout out to Freaky TV. His links there in chat. Hey, Dustin is clear. Thanks, Plane. Yeah, so we're at 87 followers, which means we now have a shiny new button. And I am not only the guy who moves the mouse, I'm also the guy that tells you to press buttons on our YouTubes and anywhere. We now have a fresh new button on our Kick here. You can get subs and subscribe. No obligation to anyone. We obviously we have jobs, so but always appreciated. And it showed up now that we reached that 75 goal. So I guess Mike, the goal is probably 100. Are you still working on the audio? I believe. Yep. Yeah. So we appreciate all the support and all the help. And like I said, we've got Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok. Oh yeah, formerly known as Twitter, it's X. We're most active on the YouTube. We post all of our episodes out there. We are gonna take a short technical break and see if Mike can resolve his audio problem.
Well, hello there, everybody. Welcome to Borderline Banter. It is Friday night, and yeah, we're halfway through December. I don't remember exactly what I just said, but thank you for hanging in there. Sometimes we have audio issues, and that's just the way it goes. But yeah, thank you very much. But yeah, as Dustin was saying, I would love to give Freaky TV a huge shout out because if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have made our goal. We've surpassed our goal of 50, which we wanted to reach on Wednesday, and we are way up at 87. And we have a subscribe button, which is amazing. No obligation, but no, we we just appreciate you all getting us to this goal.
Yep,
Um,
and we are also going to update our about section very soon because
yeah,
it's looking a little bare. So we're going to work on that. And that was one of the things Freaky TV mentioned. He enjoys seeing this filled out. So we're going to get some of our stuff from our website over here
okay,
because we got it. We just need to share it.
for sure. But yeah, like I said, thanks for being here. And if you're in the chat, please join the conversation. We love to hear your opinions of your thoughts. If you agree, disagree, join the chat. Dustin, should we get started here?
I think we can jump right in.
Okay,
We got our
so
technical problems resolved.
okay, yes, so there's gonna be many, many more. Do you not worry? Anyway, from BBC News, baby found alive in tree after Tennessee tornado. Huh, that sounds pretty interesting. So,
That sounds pretty unlikely.
um, it's
Pretty
it's
one in a million kind of thing, but
well,
not
I've
impossible.
heard of it before. In fact, it actually happened not too far where I live. A baby got tossed and they went flying, and
Now,
somehow she survived. And she's like 13 years old now. No, she's like
wow.
20. Holy moly!
Well, yeah,
Geez,
time
that's
passed.
time goes by fast.
So I
Well,
think this is actually the baby
yeah.
here
The 4 month
because
old was found.
they're not saying it's a stock photo or anything. 4 month old baby.
The grace of
Uh,
God. Yes,
and I guess they've got a GoFundMe here. I didn't realize that, but
that
it looks
is
like
a miracle,
Galen
though.
Moore GoFundMe.
That is a miracle. Amazing. So what is how'd they find the baby?
So the couple said a deadly tornado on Saturday tore apart their mobile home, picking up a bassinet with the baby still inside of it.
Oh my God.
He survived and was discovered in a fallen tree in the pouring rain. The baby, his 1-year-old brother, and parents only suffered from minor cuts and bruises. Well, that's
Holy moly.
very fortunate
That's
to have a
crazy.
tornado and
Yeah.
to survive with such minor problems.
And
So,
to get sucked into the tornado.
yeah.
Like that's no, like maybe not sucked into it, but blown
Well,
through
no,
it.
they go on to describe it here. So,
Yeah.
as the tornado approached, the mother of two, 22-year-old Sydney Moore said the roof of their mobile home was ripped off.
Yeah.
The tip of the tornado came down and picked up the bassinet with my baby, Lord in it. Uh,
Baby.
my
Lord
baby, Lord
in it.
in it.
Yeah, okay. But Mrs. Moore told local
He
news
was the first
station.
thing. He was the first thing to go up. Oh my god! Just like
Oh, there's
that would
nothing
be
you can do.
terrifying. Just you can't do anything, and
Yeah.
your kid is literally getting sucked up
Yeah.
by weather.
Yeah. Boyfriend, the baby, and the
Her.
father plunged to protect Lord. Maybe that's the baby's
Oh,
name.
the kid's name is Lord.
Yeah,
Okay.
Lord, okay, that's why. Yeah. Like, so Lord.
Holy cow.
Bassinet. Yeah, okay, that's what it is. Yeah, it took me a second too. But it ended up getting picked up by the tornado too. So the boyfriend did too? Huh. But he was
I
okay.
guess so.
So
Plain Awful says, one tough baby. I wouldn't want to meet him in the back
yeah.
alley.
No, one for sure, Blaine. That's yeah. And yeah, thank you
He's
for
just
that
holding
sub.
on
I
to the.
appreciate it. You're the number one
Thank you.
subber.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
He was just holding on to the bassinet the whole time, and they went into circles. He said, and then they got thrown. Oh, that sounds insane.
Yeah, that's a scene out of a movie.
Something told me to just on top of my son. Literally, the moment I jumped on him, the walls collapsed.
Yeah.
I was
Wow.
being really crushed. I couldn't breathe. Holy cow!
That is a miracle. Though. That is crazy. It gets a good name, Lord, I guess, hey? So,
Yeah.
um,
After the tornado passed, Miss Moore was able to escape the crush of the rubble with Princeton. I guess that's the other child, Princeton. She and her boyfriend immediately started searching for Lord.
looking for the baby in the pouring rain, they found the child. Oh, a lot. Like, imagine your thoughts when you see the bassinet in the tree. And I'm just getting
These are the two kids here,
I'm
Princeton
getting
and
such
Lord.
goosebumps thinking about that. That's unreal.
Yeah, that is
I mean,
insane.
like, I couldn't imagine. Like,
I thought he was dead. I was pretty sure he was dead, and we weren't
Yeah.
going to find him. But he's here, and
Yeah,
that's
for
why
the
the grace
grace
of
of
God. I
God,
mean, yeah, if you're somebody who believes in faith and stuff, you're definitely going to be thinking somebody was
Well,
watching out.
yeah, like like it is crazy to think that. Like that is never like I get it, right? But yeah, that is insane. A GoFundMe, okay, because the trailer's gone. That's
Yeah, their
They-
car and home got destroyed, so there's a GoFundMe to help them. You know, it kind of sucks that that's how America works, but that's kind of one of the main charities here now.
Yeah.
is GoFundMe projects. So
it's just a shame they take so much of it too. So
yeah, it is. And there's also things where if you don't meet the goal, some things
Yeah.
get weird.
So yeah, that's great news. Not great
But,
news.
oh wow, yeah.
But,
Here's
like if
no,
that's-
but the
if
survival and
that's-
everybody
yeah,
came out with minor injuries, and you know,
Yeah, that is.
look at
pretty
this
insane, yeah.
devastation. Though this is crazy.
Mother Nature. It's not gonna stop for anybody. You know, I'll die for my kids. Yeah, for sure. Like that's what a lot of parents probably would not have done that.
Right,
know?
but this is a situation where there's like you can't really like.
Yeah.
There's no way to like exchange yourself for the kid in this situation. It's
Well, yeah, but
nature.
she jumped on him and covered him, right?
They tried for sure, yeah.
And the other
both
one
of them.
did. And if it wasn't for the dad jumping on the bassinet, they probably would have lost a kid forever. That probably did help keep the kid alive a little bit.
Well, I mean, yeah. Look, it's like a butterfly effect. Just even him touching the bassinet at all changed his trajectory in a way that it ended up where it ended up. If he doesn't touch it, does it still end up there? well, no, mathematically, likely not. So,
But
you've
some
ever seen
good.
that Butterfly movie
Yes, I
with
do.
Ashton Kutcher?
I did. That was
Yeah,
the first one was good. The
that was just
second
a
one kind of
butterfly.
sucked. Yeah. It was better
Yeah,
than that.
they should have stopped at one
Um,
probably.
yeah, this is one of our good stories of the night. We don't actually have many looking down here, so this is the best cheerful story we have. So, yeah, get on the baby. I'd go buy a lottery ticket if I were those ones, and yeah, good on Lord for being alive.
Yeah, crazy name
I
for a
like
kid
to I
still
like to
though.
thank Lord for this story. So that's
What's
bad.
their last name? Did we get their last name here?
Um,
Because Moore,
maybe no,
Lord Moore,
Lord Moore. Okay, that's a little. But maybe they took the
Lord
dad's
Lord a
name.
little
But
less.
maybe
Come
took the
on.
dad's name because they're not married. The boyfriend they said, right?
Are you
So,
right? Right.
but
Well, we don't have that name in here, I guess.
okay.
Yeah, they don't give us the boyfriend's
Well,
name.
glad to see the kid's all right. Yeah, and
Yeah, and good luck to them on the GoFundMe with their house and car because that's hugely
do
important.
we
I mean,
have
yeah,
the
your baby's alive,
do
but
we
you have to
have
have a
the
car and
GoFund
a
link?
house. Uh, I don't know that if it had a link in here, it just
Okay.
makes reference to it.
Was Sydney Moore is her
I
name?
think if you
So
just look for Caitlin Moore
Caitlin Moore. Sorry,
GoFundMe,
my bad.
yeah, this very top photo here had it in
Yeah,
the bottom, Caitlin Moore / GoFundMe. I think you'll
yeah,
find it for those kind of people who are interested.
for sure. Okay,
All
well,
right,
glad to hear. Uh,
let's move on to
we
some
gotta
other
have some
news.
happy news. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, LeBron, take it away.
Yeah,
Not
so this
LeBron,
is
but yeah.
from WPDE ABC 15 News. Guess this is a local news station of some sort.
Yeah.
I was originally going to take a Fox News link for this, but Fox News wants to make you sign up for something to see
Yeah.
news now. So I guess
I
that's a bad idea for them
think that's the way it's
because it
going
makes us
everywhere.
not want to use them for
Yeah.
news. So LeBron James causes uproar after sitting during national anthem at Suns college debut.
Yeah, that's pretty ignorant.
I mean,
It's for the
it's
it's for the national anthem. Yeah, for the national anthem. Like he clearly made a statement out of it. Like, and it's respect to stand for that. I don't know, especially being a representative like himself. But
I mean, I think the if there's any problem here at all, it's that this is news.
yeah, like it shouldn't be news. But what it is like why like it
Like,
doesn't.
because if I sit during it, which I have multiple times, nothing happens, no one cares.
Yeah. Okay, I was sad for it personally. I believe that was also
It happens too often to
yeah.
stand for it all the time.
But okay, maybe in
If you've ever been
America.
in America, if you've been in America, it happens too
Yeah, okay, but
often.
like I'm going to a hockey game tomorrow first, and
Are they going to
think
play the
they
Canadian anthem at the
and the
start?
American because they're gonna be playing both the national anthems, and I stand for them both.
Well, yeah, I
But
mean, you can always do.
yeah,
Uh,
and I just believe now something like he's just doing it, and it's a Suns game. He
it's
should
just
just show
it's
some respect.
incredibly common.
Yeah,
It's incredibly common not to stand for it.
I don't know here they get pretty we get pretty grumpy when you don't stand for the national anthem. Most like now, oddly enough, Jehovah's Witnesses do not stand for the national anthem. I know that because I actually was partially Jehovah's Witness as a child, and I wasn't allowed to stand during the national anthem. So maybe that's one reason why I do it now. You know, maybe just to spite my family, not my family, but you know. So, but yeah, you're right. Why is it news? It does not make sense why it's news. It shouldn't be news, but it is because it's LeBron James.
Yeah, I mean, it's because it's LeBron James. So I guess
Yeah.
they're saying LeBron James stirred controversy. So I mean, yeah, I mean, he should know somebody of his profile. They're gonna take anything like this as, even if it's not. Maybe he was just
No,
busy on his phone. We don't
no,
even
I
know.
saw the video of it. I saw the video of it. He just strutted through. He's walking during it, then he just plumped down. Like he was already standing, right? Like he could have just raided to the end, in my opinion. But I'm not a
Orange
fan of
County
LeBron.
Register.
Luca.
Well, yeah, Luca Evans caught the incident on video. Claimed LeBron James frequently enters games during the anthem to limit his exposure, telling critics to quote stop it.
Okay, yeah, but
Well, that doesn't sound like he's doing it to stir controversy.
I can't
That
say.
sounds like he's trying to do it to like come in low key
You
while
know,
everyone's
okay,
distracted by
if you
something
saw
that
the
distracts everyone.
he then if it's low key, he probably should at the back, but he sat front row. Hey, hey there, big. Sorry, I can't pronounce that. B, and I can't pronounce it in the chat there. Big builds. My bad. But yeah, he just the way he walked in, front stage, right on the floor. Like he's gonna be seen. It's LeBron James. You know, everybody knows what he looks like. You there?
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
just
yeah.
like, yeah, everybody knows what he looks like, but like, what better time? Like during that or during not that? Like, is that a distraction or not? There's no real
Hydration. Yeah.
distraction, but
But
like,
yeah, then he should have went to the back. But he's LeBron. Like you went.
what do you
But yeah,
mean gone to the back? It sounds like he
like
was just getting there
if you
for the
but if
game.
you wanted to be low key, if you want to be low key, you don't sit at the front row. Everyone's gonna see you. Don't sit on the sidelines of a basketball game. Right?
Well, he wanted to make his entrance low key, and it sounded like it was because he made it to his seat and got sat down
Yeah, but he still
without
got
getting
yeah.
swarmed by fans, which is the low key we're talking about. Fans
I
swarming
guess
him, which they didn't. He
okay, I
got to
didn't think
his
about
seat.
that. I don't know when I see
This
someone
is a mega
when
star who people are going to want autographs from. They just want to touch him.
I don't know. I've
People are
seen
weird.
famous people before, and I don't go run to them. Like if I say them,
I don't, but
like,
you and I are normal.
I saw the prime minister one time of Canada walking by me. I said,
Well, you
"Hi."
told him to piss off, right?
No, not Justin Trudeau. This was a long time ago.
Oh,
We
I
actually had a
was going to
real
say, you saw Justin and
no
didn't
when we
say?
had a real prime. I met him too, unfortunately. But no, Stephen Harper. He was a prime minister at the time. Walking, I'm like, "Hey." And he stopped. He came and talked to me. That's all I said. I said hi to him, but I didn't run up to him. He came to me and said, "Hey, how's it going?" And we chatted. I was like, "Oh my God, it's Stephen Harper." But fans are weird. You're right.
It's looking like the rest of the article is just talking about his son and the
Yeah.
game. Nothing really else
Did
about
his son win the
the
game?
sitting. It says his son scored a bunch of points. He finished with 4 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, and 1 block.
Okay, so that's I'm not a
Did they
basketball fan.
win?
Yeah, if they won, they'd put it in the article. Say he probably didn't win.
Yeah.
That's
He
just
got
my
some minutes
guess.
in the
Yeah,
game though, and got some stuff
yeah.
on stats.
And just because he's LeBron
Oh yeah,
James,
and LeBron says, "Damn the wins and losses that will occur." So yeah, you've already won the ultimate
okay,
goal slash
plain awful
championship, and
says
that's about
LeBron
it.
has the freedom to sit. Okay, you're. I can see your point there. I just always stand for it. I always have, but I was also I don't know, but that's my opinion.
This sounds to me like a paparazzi took advantage of a completely normal situation for a celebrity.
Yeah.
Like celebrities do stuff like this. They try to get in past crowds without being swarmed, and like the paparazzi, of course, are watching like a
Oh
hawk
yeah,
because this photo became a viral thing, so somebody got paid for it.
for sure.
Um,
Okay, well, I don't have too much more on LeBron.
and apparently, his son also went through a cardiac arrest, which is kind of crazy
Yeah,
for someone who's
on the
in
court.
college. I guess that's
On the
pretty young.
court. What
And
and
yeah,
everyone was like, I know I'm
oh,
you know
he has a heart condition.
you know
Okay.
my status on the vaccine, COVID vaccine and stuff, but everyone jumped to that conclusion right away, right? Oh, it was COVID. It was a COVID. It was 105 degrees where he was playing basketball. Of course, he's gonna
Oh,
freaking have a heart attack, you know.
yeah.
So,
Like I could have a stroke,
like
a
I
heat
said,
stroke there. You know.
and he's running around, his heart's beating, and he has a heart condition. So,
Yeah.
but so
So
if I'm saying it, the conspiracy guy that everybody says, it's like I'm pretty sure it was the heat that did it to him.
yeah. My only other takeaway for this story is this. This kind of shows LeBron's actually a pretty good dad, though. He's going to his kids, games and stuff,
Huh,
which is good
well,
on him because I'm sure not all the celebrities do that for their kids
yeah, but I guess I'll give him that. I'm just
because they've
not.
got busy lives. He's got to actually carve out that time to make that happen.
Yeah,
So
I guess he'll be done basketball. Yeah, he should. I don't know. I
so
just don't
even if you don't
understand.
like him, you got to admit
Yeah,
like he's actually
okay.
going to his kid's ball game,
Yeah, true that. Most parents don't do that nowadays.
and that's
And are
just things like that matter a lot. Plain awful says LeBron has the freedom to sit during the anthem, while others are free to dislike him for it.
and
Absolutely
again, I
agree.
said that, but you weren't listening.
And I'm
Okay.
still not convinced it's actually him taking a stance, especially since they have him quoted as saying, "Stop it."
But he
Like,
has
they're
before,
harassing
and
him.
but
He's saying, "Stop it."
back a few years ago, he was doing that all the time, right? When it was a big deal. Or no, like
Sitting all the time.
like
Like,
Neen. He was Neen. Wasn't he one
oh,
of the
taking a
years?
knee.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know if he
Actually, I
was.
don't know if that's true. So don't, because I know, but okay.
I don't remember. I know Colin Kaepernick is the main name that
Yeah,
was
in the
involved with the
NFL, yeah,
taking a knee, which that was very blatant. He was saying, "I'm definitely making a statement with this kneeling." Whereas this LeBron one, I'm just not convinced he was even doing a statement.
yeah.
But if he was, he can, but he should probably make a tweet about it to make it clear, like, "Hey, I was doing this as a thing because I don't know what it was for."
I think
If it
it's
was,
yeah.
if it was a statement, you need to maybe let us know what it was. That
Okay.
would be the news. So, um, anything else?
No, nothing. Not LeBron.
All right, let's talk about video games.
Okay. You take it away again.
Coming from Kotaku news for this one. Fortnite will no longer try to sell people $35 digital cars.
Who were the people buying $35 digital cars?
I, I don't I don't know. Maybe streamers just to like have the skins because they're streaming. Other than
Okay.
that, I can't imagine it. Anyone really?
Like, yeah, I don't know why. Like that's I personally would never spend. I think I spent $15 on that game, and that's because yeah, that's about it, and that's to start.
But that $15 got you more than just one skin.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
And let's be realistic. Even though this is saying cars, it's just a skin
Is it
for
one
your
skin?
car.
Yeah. So let's go
It's
down.
making your car
Let's see
look
how cool the
different,
skin
which is no
is.
different than making your person look different. Here's an example of one. The cars
Okay.
were added as part of a recent update, and since then, fans have called them too expensive.
Oh yeah, because you literally just drive around and I guess people do that in Rocket League too, but because it's a Rocket League car, they merged or whatever, and it is
Yeah.
fun. I'm not gonna lie, the Rocket League racing, I do have fun with it, but
It's nothing like Rocket League, though. I'll,
yeah,
I'll add, but that's fine. It was. I wouldn't expect it to be when it's called racing. So,
yeah. So
uh,
$37 to buy 5,000 V-Bucks, okay, and then one costs 40. Wow, so 4,000 costs. Yeah, so yeah, that's crazy.
yeah. Apparently, they are now lowering the price, and they're saying it was $35. Now it will be $23. That
That's still
is
quite a bit of money for a
still
skin. That's
expensive.
insane. Like, why? Why so much? Like, I guess because people pay it, and that's the thing that they have the right to sell it. Like, really, they do. I don't know why people would buy it personally. Like, I, I don't know. I just don't see the point of buying skins. And I guess I did spend money on Fortnite, but not for that. I bought it just because support the game and it give you a lot of benefits for buying it. It's got a lot of perks.
Yeah. So they released this on December 8th, and on December 14th, which was yesterday,
Yeah.
they announced they had fine-tuned the prices, and
Yeah.
that's why now it's 23. That is still an
So wait, so
absolute joke.
everybody who spent $40 on Wednesday, are they going to get refunded?
That's another good question. Yeah, everybody who was paying the higher price point for it, the number of
Yeah.
V-Bucks, did they get a refund on their V-Bucks?
Yeah.
You turn ahead. We just fine-tuned our car prices. Rare 4,000 down to 2,500 V-Bucks, and uncommon 2,500 down to 1,500 V-Bucks.
Uncommon.
And of
Yeah.
course, up above we were saying, no thanks, $37 for 5,000 V-Bucks,
Yeah.
which would be enough for 2 of
Yeah,
these
that's
cars.
still crazy. Way, way too much.
Yeah, it's
But
still way,
whatever,
way too
people
much.
buy it. Like,
Now, here we go. New prices will show in the next hour. Players who purchased a Diesel, Jaeger, or Cyclone bundle will be refunded V-Bucks for the price
there
difference
you go.
remaining
Hey,
week.
look at that.
So
So,
there you go. They're making good on that. So you're not
okay.
getting screwed. The people that bought it early are getting made good,
Now,
which
again, I get people get mad, but like, if there's sales, right? So if you go to the store before sale and you pay an extra $200, the salesman probably should have told you to be nice, but it's too bad, really, unless they have a price match guarantee for like 30 days after.
yeah.
But
This person who wrote this article says these prices are still too high in my book. So,
yeah,
even the person we're reading from is agreeing with us that like these 2,500 and 1,500 V-Buck price points,
ten
they're still
bucks for
ridiculous.
10 bucks for a rare one and $3 for a I don't know. They know they're gonna make money, so why stop, right? Like Elon Musk made a clone called Crap and was sold out in like an hour, and he made like $100 million or something like that in like a minute. So people will buy anything just because they can. That's how people are.
Yeah, but the thing with this is they should be smarter about it.
Yeah,
It's not just that people will. You're supposed to be fine tuning it so that you find the price point where the most people buy it for the most profit. So,
yeah,
like, if 100 people will buy it for $35, but 1,000 people will buy it for $10, well, one
yeah,
of those is $10,000
yeah.
and the other one's $3,500. You'd be a fool not to sell it for $10.
But
Are we talking about this should be $10? Yes, we are. That's what I'm saying. If even. It should be $5. Imagine
yeah,
how many more you'd sell.
I still wouldn't buy it, but yeah, some
I'm a
people would.
Rocket League player, and I would consider it because I
Like
might have enough V-Bucks rolled over to do that.
now that's a thing too. Like sometimes I'll have something cool come out. Like if it's like Rick Grimes. I'm a huge Walking Dead fan, so I'd probably like, no, I kind of want Rick Grimes.
Right,
as
you'll throw $15
yeah,
at him or something.
exactly. Yeah, because I'm like, no, that's kind of cool. I'm a big Walking Dead fan. Let's be Rick.
You're not going to throw $37 at him to play as Rick Grimes. That's just
Craziness.
they're trying to price gouge in a place where it doesn't even make sense. I mean, a whole ass video game would cost $35. Like, what are you doing?
Not soon, and not for long, because
Well,
now they're
sure,
talking
well,
about charging per hour.
True. Also, some games they want to charge $70. So I guess 2 digital cars worth for a whole ass video game. You know, would you rather have Baldur's Gate or 2 digital cars?
Yeah, some people.
Skins, 2 digital cars, skins. You have a car regardless.
Yeah, it doesn't go any faster. It just looks cooler.
Yeah.
But yeah,
If
hey,
even.
that's what.
If you're a fan of classic Fortnite, or if you're a fan of classic Rocket League and you like the Octane, you don't need these. You get the Octane for free. So.
Hey, let's see what else we have here today.
Yeah.
From AP News. Sorry, just from AP News. A black child was sentenced to probation and a book report for urinating in public.
That's quite the headline.
Now, again, I now just wondering if there was a white kid that did this, and that exact same thing.
Would we even have this headline, or even have?
They say he was charged. I got probation. Had to write a book part. Would they say a white child was sentenced to probation, or would they just say a child?
I don't know. We'd have to Google and see if this has ever happened. This might be first time I've.
This sounds like a pretty first time. This sounds pretty ridiculous.
But yeah, I mean,
like this sounds ridiculous regardless of what happened. Like probation for taking a piss as a kid. You gotta go. You know, like I don't.
Right.
Care,
I mean,
you know,
I feel like most people have peed in public at some point.
Yeah. Now, like if he was doing it every single day, but again, I already kind of pre-read this. He's a pretty young child. Oh. Yeah. So it was here's a picture of the police department. I don't know why, but yeah, 10-year-old black child. And I don't know why. Yeah. Who urinated in a parking lot must serve 3 months probation and write a 2-page book report on the late NBA Kobe Bryant. A Mississippi judge has ordered. What the?
That is such a weird thing that you can order somebody to do a book report on a specific subject. That like, is that judge like making an assumption that just because it's a black child that he must care about Kobe?
Say that,
like, what is going on there? Like,
so,
obviously, you pointed it out in the title. Like, AP News is like calling attention to it, but also they're calling attention to it probably for a pretty good reason. This is weird.
Unless maybe the kid is into basketball and they asked
now,
a choice.
To be
maybe
fair,
they said, "Hey, do you want to write? Do you have to write a book report?" And they're like, "Yes, okay, I will pick a."
Maybe they gave him a choice, and that was she chose. We don't know. Maybe they'll have that in here. In the article. Jackson, Mississippi, though, does not bode well for the chance of it not being a racist situation.
But again,
this is a southern state that's notorious for a lot of bad things still happening.
It still seems like, I don't know. Let's see what else. But yeah, like it.
Tate County Youth Court Judge Rusty Harlow handed down the sentence Tuesday after the child's lawyer reached an agreement with a special prosecutor. The prosecution threatened to upgrade the charge of, quote, child in need of supervision, quote, to a more serious charge of disorderly conduct if the boy's family took the case to trial, said Carlos Moore, the child's attorney. So they threatened them with a bigger charge if they fought it. So what the fuck? I thought any sensible judge would dismiss the charge completely. It's just asinine, Moore said. There were failures in the criminal justice system all the way around. Moore said he doesn't believe a white child would have been arrested under similar circumstances, and he couldn't find a similar instance of a child receiving a similar sentence for the same offense.
Yeah. Well, that is because, that is pretty dumb. I don't think.
Well, that's why I'm thinking the headline was like a first time I've ever read a thing. He couldn't find.
And
he couldn't find another one.
And he's correct. I don't think there's a male in America who is directly urinated in public. No,
discreetly.
Discreetly.
not directly. That sounds a little more like.
My bad.
Right on public. But yeah, I mean, Plain Awful's asking why I even mention the kid's color. I mean, I think it's definitely questionable in the headline, but once you get down to here where they're describing the situation, it becomes relevant because.
But again,
it's questionable.
It's just another reason to bait. It's just another reason to cause more uproar. Okay, yeah, it's shitty, but it's done. Nothing's gonna change now, right? Like, not that changed, but it gets like, okay, he got charged. Bring it up, but just bring it up that my son got charged for taking a piss, not my black son got charged for taking a piss, right? I just don't like how, and I get maybe it was racism, but maybe it wasn't. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe they've done. We should look into this judge and see what other charges they've given children. Maybe this is typical.
Well, it's not. It's not just the judge though. It's the cop who decided to arrest the child.
Oh yeah. So the child's mother said it was our cop that arrested them.
But let's finish the story. We haven't finished it because it's got to go towards that at some point, right?
Okay.
We haven't even described the situation of what happened.
Okay.
So that's actually this next one. The child's mother said her son urinated behind her vehicle while she was visiting a lawyer's office in Senatobia, Mississippi. On August 10th, police officers in the town of about 8,100 residents, 40 miles south of Memphis, Tennessee, saw the child urinating and arrested him. Officers put him in a squad car and took him to the police station.
What the frig?
The police chief said the child was not handcuffed, but his mother said he was put in a jail cell.
That's unreal. That's a child. Give me a break.
And I don't believe it when they say he wasn't cuffed.
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
And that's the child says it. We'll have to see what the child says.
I've seen them cuff 10-year-olds.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like they're not just going to not cuff them. They definitely did. They're stupid.
But okay, so I can't read it. You gotta scroll down yet. After the episode, Chandler said the officer violated their training on how to deal with children. Yeah, for sure. Then why is the kid just being charged? Chandler.
That was the police chief. Okay.
So the department said no longer employed. So he fired.
So one of the officers was fired, and the other officer would be disciplined.
So the chief did take action, which, and again, I'm just saying because it's a child, damn right they should get in trouble. Just because this is stupid. Like this is just gonna make that kid resent cops. That's all it is doing too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And why exactly does this 10-year-old have to see a probation officer?
Yeah, like
you realize that's what probation means, right?
Can you take a picture of your pee so you can prove it's in the toilet? Send it to
me
every time.
They have to do a pee test.
Yeah.
Your probation officer is going to do a pee test.
Yeah.
Like this is stupid. This is a 10-year-old kid. Why are we putting a 10-year-old kid through this?
Yeah, this is.
There's literally no reason to be doing this.
No, I agree. This is.
I notice how I'm not saying 10-year-old black kid. I'm just saying 10-year-old kid.
Exactly. No, that's what the whole title should be. But it is ridiculous. So I hope I don't know. They can probably go after them. They can probably go after them for a few different things. So
nothing about this case from the decisions by the police, the prosecutor, and the judge makes us safer or is a good use of taxpayer resources. That's a good point. The prosecutor also is involved here. So it's the police who decided to arrest the kid and throw him in a jail cell. The prosecutor who chose to do the charges and threaten greater charges if they didn't cop a plea and say, yeah, he's guilty, which is what happened. And the judge who did the sentencing after the forced plea.
Yeah. Okay.
What the hell is going on? All three are guilty here.
History of Mississippi and history of Mississippi and across the country. See, that's again. But yeah, so the two-tier justice system.
That offers one path for black children and another for white.
Again, I'm not in America, so I can't say anything. But they say that has happened.
It's documented. And this is not an opinion thing. It's documented. These things happen.
Yeah, things happen. But now it's changed.
We don't try to say Jim Crow didn't happen, and we don't try to say that everything disappeared after Jim Crow, and that the remnants don't exist. We don't deny existence of it here.
Yeah, so Moore did request a dismissal, but yeah, the prosecutor just denied. So 100% prosecutor is.
Yeah, the prosecutors declined. They were the ones threatening more charges if they couldn't get their case to trial. They really wanted to get to trial and get this 10-year-old.
Yeah, they were forced, right?
Yeah, so the child's family chose because they were threatened with greater charges, where they were threatening to take the child from them. By the way, if you notice those other charges up above here,
non-supervised over child. Yeah, non-supervised over child.
Yeah, that's in order to take the child from them. That's what they were trying to do. And that's how can you choose to do a trial if that's the option of we're going to try to take your child if you try to fight us. So yeah, when it says they chose,
okay, and look what it does say. Then the judge chose that them to write that essay on it because he's a basketball fan. Because the boy is a basketball fan.
Oh, it was going to be public decency, but the judge changed it to Bryant. Okay, okay, so at least that part of it makes some sense, I guess, but it's not completely out of the blue. It's just so weird. The 10-year-old is required to check in with a probation officer once per month. That is wild. The 10-year-old has to have a probation officer. It makes no sense. And it's not making anything safer.
Yeah, so.
Sentencing anyone, let alone a young child, to probation under these facts is sure to add to the trauma and denigration this child has suffered since their arrest. This is all the more proof that we need to severely limit police interactions with civilians, from petty retail theft to traffic stops and even so-called quality of life offenses. For Black people in America, it is a matter of life and death.
So you can't pull
Look,
them
this is a
over?
10-year-old and they
Yeah.
push for harder charges.
See,
It's like,
that's yo, Avery, how's it going? Thanks for coming on in. So,
oh, by and large, traffic stops don't really contribute much to safety.
um,
They just really don't.
what do you mean? So,
I mean, they don't contribute to safety. Like people speeding and stuff
yeah,
and getting pulled over
yeah,
and getting a ticket
yeah. That's
doesn't
because
really make us safer. It's not, you
Aw.
can't really demonstrate how we're safer.
That's unfortunate, Avery. If you really wanted to, I'm sure you don't have to use the app and you can go right on like Chrome and do it. But no biggie, it's all right.
It's okay. We don't mind.
Yeah, yeah. They're just trying to push the agenda a little bit more, and I'm not okay. Agenda might be the wrong word, but they're trying to push more of the story down at the bottom than it really is. So, because yeah, if you're speeding, you should get a ticket. If you're breaking the, if you steal, you should get a fine at least. But yeah, I don't have any
Well,
on
yeah, I
this.
mean, going into the punishments for different levels of
But yeah,
theft,
just how they went down there is like it's
that's a whole can of worms to go into. It's hard to just say give a fine because like there's theft that should be definitely more than a fine.
exactly.
But yeah, like I said, it's a
potential
can of worms.
opportunity. That's 100. Well, that kid who took a pee, I don't know. That's not boot camp worthy. But some other kids, yes, other than tossing them behind bars.
I mean, I don't even. This is a kid who had to pee because his mom was
yes.
busy and he
Yeah,
couldn't find a potty.
I don't think that's
don't
what,
do
I don't
anything.
think that's what Plane is talking about. Yeah, don't do anything. But
Oh,
like,
okay. I was gonna say
no,
like,
that's not what
what
he's talking-
opportunity? An
like,
opportunity to learn not to.
No, he's
to
talking
wee,
about like
pee in your pants.
all the people, all the kids that have been getting put in jail for stealing and breaking stuff. Yeah, I could be wrong, but I believe that's what he was going by. Yeah, for peeing, no. I've pissed in public before. I've pissed 4 doors down because I could not make it to the door. Because sometimes you gotta go when you gotta go, right? Like,
yeah,
it is what it is. So, yeah, see, he's like, yeah, not for peeing.
Like,
so,
I'm like, are you trying to teach this 10-year-old a lesson? Like, god damn, you're
No,
taking the
you're
hard
friggin-
stance on this one.
Next time you get a fucking chop, you know?
You know
So-
what? You need to be on the child registry. If it was an
Yeah.
adult who did it, they'd be on the sex registry for that too.
Yeah,
which is
exactly. And that
very
I don't think
dubious,
they
in
do
my
that Here,
opinion.
but yeah, that is pretty messed up. Being
like,
on
I
the
kind of get it, but it's like, I
being
don't
on the
get it, really.
registry. Imagine if the teacher was on his in the forest taking a piss and he got a ticket.
All right, that's a self-report.
You know, like. But yeah, what do you mean? Yeah, self-report.
Plain awful just said I piss everywhere.
You go to jail.
Don't come to America.
Okay, I think that's all I have on this
But
one.
definitely don't come to Mississippi.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's all I got too. Just
Pretty silly in my opinion.
absolutely disgusting what can happen to a child here.
Yeah.
But hey, let's talk about Canada.
Canada. Woo.
Tired of American news. Let's do Canada news.
Oh,
hey, thanks, Avery.
Thank you very much. Appreciate the sub. So, thank you. That's my second sub. I appreciate it. We are grown here at Borderline Banter.
Huge thanks.
Yes.
Oh. Do you want to take the next story?
Yeah.
This one's a little fucked up. I'm gonna say trigger warning for people.
Yeah, and this is actually one thing we talk about on our show lots. Something that we are big on to keep awareness out. But Canadian man charged with murder in sprawling international investigation into suicide kits sold online. Got my name emoji. Yeah, I'm gonna set up emojis too, Avery. And sorry, I'm getting cut off track here. But yeah, we did a story on suicide kits before. And it was actually a guy in England who was charged, I believe, didn't we?
It's not ringing my bells.
Yeah, we've done a lot of episodes. Right. So, but yeah.
But this one's Canada, so no. Did you hear about this one? I think I found this one.
I know you did. I didn't hear about this, but
all right, so it's probably not your province.
Maybe, but yeah, you got that word right. Good on you.
It's probably in BC.
Yeah, take it away.
All right, they live in an ocean apart from one another, but now share a bond of anguish and outrage over the suicide deaths of their children.
Okay.
David Parfait and David Ramirez describe stories of grief that are remarkably similar. Both are fathers to young adults who were talented and loving, but vulnerable, they say.
And
mental health challenges in recent years.
Don't use the S word, please, because they're pretty picky here. So.
Yeah. So Tom Parfait died in 2021 in England, Noel Ramirez in 2022 in Colorado.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with any of this story at
Yeah, no, a
all.
while ago, some guy in England was making suicide kits and selling them online. And I just said that word too. My bad. They were making these kits. Yeah, they were making these arm kits for
Okay.
themselves
Well,
for
okay.
and
It's
sending
kind of weird
people.
though that this one included this England thing. So is this talking about
I
this
think
guy still, or the guy you're
they were
talking
selling
about?
them worldwide. I don't know. They were selling these kits worldwide, right?
Okay. So this week in Ontario, police charged Kenneth Law. There's our bad guy with 14 counts of second-degree murder, in addition to earlier charges of 14 counts of counseling and aiding suicide already laid against him.
Okay, good, good.
I'm assuming that 14
Yeah,
number means what I think it
yeah.
means.
No, 100 means what you think
Okay,
it means.
there's the part for
Yeah,
there's the part. They both died from a lethal dose of sodium nitrate they bought online, a
yes.
potentially toxic salt legally used in small doses as a meat preservative. So
Um,
you cannot be you can't seriously be marketing this
yeah,
online,
they
like,
are.
and I'm
Um,
actually a fan of assisted suicide, but
yeah,
not
I
like
see. That's
this.
what Plain just brought up. I'm not, but in certain ways, yes. If you have cancer and you're dying, yes, and you don't want to go through it, that's a different story.
And I just
But
used the freaking word too. We're
yeah,
screwed.
we are done.
We're just gonna have
But
to admit it. It's fine.
like here now, like they're just pushing. They're not pushing it, but I just in Canada they're making it much easier for people who don't need it, who could get help, to do MAID is what they call it. But yes, if you have cancer, if you have some chronic illness or something you're never going to be able to get over and you can't live with a quality life, yes, I agree in it, but depression is not it.
Yeah, no, and that's
And in
definitely a
Canada, they did
distinction.
no,
And
yeah,
that's why I
and
disagree with this kind of method because this cuts out that,
yeah,
like,
like we need you.
a doctor needs to be
Yeah,
involved. Sorry.
exactly. You can't make that choice on yourself, and that's the thing. A lot of depressed people think they're making that choice. They don't realize what it is until they get out of that depression. Like
Right.
sometimes, like, and I'm speaking from personal beliefs, personal. Uh, um, can't think of the right now. I've gone through depression. I've gone through it, and I was pretty bad. And I have made. I've said this before, but if Maid was around 2 years ago, I probably would have jumped on it. Like, sure, why not? What's the point? Now I'm like, I'm so glad I didn't have that opportunity. He sent more than
Well,
1,200 toxic
1,200
packages.
across
Un-
40 countries.
yeah, like that's crazy. Like I don't know. And like, so he's only being charged for 14 deaths. Is that because no one else did it?
That just must be the number of them that they can confirm.
Yeah. Within 2 to 3 months, that ordered poison from Ken Law. At the time, I did not know that it was the exact same path as my son. What? So, huh? That's unreal. Like, yeah, he deserves to be put in prison, and I hope he gets life. But I don't know what he'll get, but 14 counts.
And maybe it's a thing that 14 counts count, or because it's Canada.
Yeah,
They said
like
this was across multiple countries. Maybe 14 of the packages were delivered to Canada, so they could
yeah,
directly charge him in Canadian courts for
yeah,
those.
and then friggin' he'll do his time here
Uh,
and be sent away somewhere else, maybe.
it does say they continue to gather more evidence and that there may be new charges, or which is what led to new charges. His alleged victims range in age from 16 to 36.
Oh
Okay, so that's not the age range I was kind of
no,
gonna be in agreement with if it was really,
but
assisted euthanasia. I'm expecting older folks,
yeah,
like you said, who are at a point and there's no, getting
coming back.
better kind of a thing. You
Yeah.
have a condition that's, uh, I don't know the medical words. I'm not a doctor.
Not coming back from yeah. Thanks,
Hey,
you
thanks,
too, Avery.
Avery. Have a
Appreciate it.
great night.
Maybe
Enjoy
we'll
your gaming.
don't forget to add me on Fortnite. Come on.
Yeah, we can play Fork Knife
Yeah,
together sometime. We are decent.
yeah.
Not really,
No, I'm not, but yes.
but we try.
But yeah, thank you very much, Avery. Appreciate the sub too. But yeah, that's
According to
unreal.
British National Crime Agency, 200, and this is maybe just from the UK, 272 people have been identified as having purchased products from the website connected to law in the 2-year period up to April
Okay.
2023. So, I mean, these are just
89
more
have
numbers.
died, and 89 have found that 89 people have died from that.
I thought wow, that's
Oh fuck! Let's
and
say
I swear this is exactly like you said. These are depressed people who this
yeah.
is not what you want at all. This is not what our show stands for. The way we end our show saying it's okay to not be okay and to reach out for help. We say that because this is not what we want to have happen for people. You know,
Oh, that just
People
breaks my
need to
heart.
find their own safety nets, and
Yeah.
there's some that are out there that'll help anyone.
Yeah, and that guy would like I'm not gonna get into tonight, but one day I will. But I was at a low point, and I get it. I understand the feeling, and but like, there's help out there, and you feel that way for a reason, and you can get back from it. But yeah, let's hope he rots in hell. Like I really do. He does not deserve to see light of day again. Like he should actually be sent to the UK. Let's friggin' I don't know, send him to friggin' the States. Yeah, him do friggin' let them friggin' do capital punishment. Send them to the States and they can friggin' do that. What state does it? Does Colorado have cap?
I don't know if Colorado does.
Probably
I
not.
don't
I'm
think it
gonna say
does.
no.
But yeah,
Right,
Colorado
but
is mentioned here. Noelle Ramirez in
yeah,
Denver, Colorado. She died at age 20,
yeah,
2 months
that,
before her 21st birthday. She had been in the process of transitioning and was undergoing therapy while attending college. Short
yeah,
distance from his home.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
so I, you know,
killed them.
that
Yeah.
just sucks.
So yeah, unreal.
And obviously somebody going through the transitioning process, that's
Just going through some
difficult, and
as it
it's
is. Yes.
depression is very common because
Yes.
it's not accepted here
Yeah. It's
very well.
not only that is it's a it's not just a small thing, right? Like we've talked about that on the show before. That's a lot of stuff going on in your head in your life that you're already going through shit, and then you shouldn't be offered to harm yourself, right? That's just messed up. So
Yeah, I mean, and having just like a website where you can make that decision
yeah,
just way too easily, like,
yeah,
it's no, I don't want that. I don't think anyone wants that. So obviously, we think this guy's a bad guy.
yeah.
I think he's a bad guy.
Yeah. I
So
hope he
we'll see
rolls
how
in
his
hell.
charges go. Hopefully, his website gets taken down.
Yeah.
I hope it's not
I'm
out there. We're
sure
not
it's
even going to
yeah.
look
We're
for
not
it.
even
We're
gonna look
not
for
going
it.
to
No,
talk about it.
but no,
We don't.
I guarantee it's gone by now. No, there's no
Yeah.
way it'd be up. Okay. Well, yeah. That's all. I don't have anything else on that
Yeah, it
one.
says I had followed the trail of receipts and the packaging and these types of things. So I mean, this is how like the family members and loved ones
Yeah.
found out.
So
Like,
yeah.
where did this ability to do this come from? Like,
Oh,
and yeah, I
that's
would want justice. I would absolutely want
that
justice.
last quote. The last paragraph is heartbreaking, but
Yeah,
yeah.
Ramirez said he believes with his whole heart that my daughter would be here. She was a good person. We kept her safe. We kept her safe. We couldn't. I guess we couldn't keep you safe from everything. I believe in my heart that she would be here today without him.
100%, probably.
Referring to the douchebag.
Yeah.
Kenneth Law, I think was his name.
Kenneth Law, Ken Law, yeah.
Yeah, rest in piss. I hope 14 charges of each thing is
No,
enough to actually
well,
throw you in there
yeah.
for a while, but I don't know how Canada works.
Well, he might.
If they
'Cause
get charged with 14 of the same thing, do they serve
I don't
them
know.
continuously or
Canada's
consecutively?
very weird. Like, they do keep some bad people, and like Robert Pickton is still in jail. I'm pretty sure, and he was arrested in the late '90s for killing a whole bunch of people.
Oh, wow. But like, it's just sometimes it feels like when you it just feels like there's not like multiplicative justice like there should be sometimes.
Oh no,
Does that make sense?
Like
Like somebody will kill like 7 people, but like they get charged and it's like they're in there for like they did 1.
yeah,
And like the extra 6 didn't really change their sentencing.
Yeah,
Is
it's
what
like
it kind
whatever,
of seems
yeah.
like sometimes. And I know I don't have examples of that, but I get that feeling
no, you're probably correct.
from stories and shit. So I just hope that's not true here, where he has legitimately hurt a lot of people. So he should legitimately serve quite a bit of time.
He should never be allowed out of
And
jail again.
and I know some people in jail are allowed computer and internet access.
No,
Never. No. He did an internet crime, so that should be restricted or gone, based on your crime, I think. You know,
alrighty.
if you committed a crime using a tool, you don't
Yeah.
get that tool in jail. Is
No,
my rule, but I don't
exactly.
make
No,
the rules.
like friggin'
If I did, man, if I did.
yeah, we'd be fine.
Anything else on
No.
Canada, man? All right, let's
Canada-
move on to Georgia,
Canada
man.
sucks.
Yeah. CNN brings us this one.
Yeah.
Middle school teacher arrested after allegedly threatening to behead Muslim student who said Israel flag offended her. So this
Okay.
is another one of these stories happening. These
That's not helping anything. So
anti-Muslim and anti-Jewish stories that keep
Yeah.
popping up everywhere, and I cannot believe that this is the teacher
yeah,
saying
well,
this
I
to a
can.
student.
I can
Like,
nowadays, but
Of all people, you expect more from a teacher,
you do. But teachers have
right?
been
You
pretty
you
fucked up
you
the
would
last
hope,
few
but
years.
teachers have been fucked over pretty bad. So here's the
Yeah.
guy who threatened to behead
Yeah.
a child,
So yeah, Eddie.
fucked up, And point
Yeah.
that out no matter what else we read here. That's fucked up to
Yeah.
say to a
No.
child,
Yeah,
even to
no,
another
yeah.
person,
A
really.
Georgia middle school teacher was arrested last week after multiple witnesses told authorities he threatened to behead a 13-year-old Muslim student who said the Israel flag hanging in the classroom offended her. Okay,
Which you're free to
all right,
say.
and it's free for him to hang the flag, and or maybe not. Maybe that is, you know what? You shouldn't be allowed
I'm
to wear
actually
that to
not
school.
I'm not
No,
100% sure it is okay for him to
no,
hang it,
they
but I'm
shouldn't.
not
Like,
100% sure it's not either.
actually, no, because there's been a big debate about teachers flying the LGBT flag in their classroom and saying that's okay. So then they come back and say this is okay, right? So because you're
Well,
allowed to fly,
then
teachers allowed to express their, but that's I don't know. So I'm pretty sure.
it depends. It's
Yeah,
state to state because
yeah,
in Florida they're definitely not allowed to express.
yeah. So
But this is Georgia's right next
yeah,
door, so I don't know. It's iffy,
but
and I don't hear enough from there to know.
that's
But at
just
least
it. But
we're
yeah,
not reading that the kid was trying to take it down. It was
no,
just the kid saying,
but yeah.
"Hey, I find that flag offensive," and then the teacher saying something absolutely
Oh,
abhorrent.
that's complete no justifying that at all.
Like,
No
there's
chance.
nothing wrong with the kid saying that they find a
Yeah,
flag offensive.
and
It's
there's no
fine.
for sure, and the teacher.
Now, if the kid were to
teacher,
try to rip it off the wall, I'd be like, "Hey, that's you're
but
vandalizing something."
he still wouldn't have not he would not have the right to threaten to cut her head off. Like that's
Oh,
like
absolutely
I don't
not.
care.
Nothing ever makes that
Yeah,
okay.
no, like that's messed up. He is a coward, and yeah,
Yeah.
screw him.
And he was arrested. There were multiple witnesses, which is
Yeah,
great.
that's an
Obviously,
uttering
we have
threat.
lots of
Like,
people who saw it.
yeah,
It was a 13-year-old student.
terroristic threats. Look at that. Yeah.
Yeah. Benjamin Reese, a 51-year-old seventh grade teacher at Warner Robins Middle School, arrested on charges of making terroristic threats and cruelty to children in the third degree. Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know what this one
What's
is,
the
but
first
like,
degree? I guess that guy.
but also I'm not sure what terroristic threats are. I mean, these
That's
charges are so weird. Like,
well,
why not just the good old standard assault
uttering threats.
charge,
Yeah,
which
but
is
see
threat
again, like that's where does a
of battery?
like because he's doing it for because it's a political move because she said that about the flag. So maybe that's it. It was for a political saying no, screw you, right? Like you have to. That's maybe why they're calling it terrorist. But I'm not sure.
Possibly.
Because
I mean,
that would be political, right? That would be political motive. You
right.
say,
I just think that they should also make sure to charge with the other charges in case
yeah.
these things fall through for bullshit
Well,
political reasons.
yeah.
Because this guy did threaten to harm this child, which
Yeah.
is assault in
Yeah.
the first degree.
And it's
Charged with that and these other charges
Isn't
in
it uttering
case
threats
these don't work.
I don't know.
Uttering threats. I mean, yeah, whatever it is. You've
Yeah.
looked at some PDTs or whatever the hell they call those. There's tons of charges that definitely work. Whereas terroristic threats, okay, there's going to be a burden of proof here.
Yeah.
Cruelty to child in the third degree. Well, okay, there's going to be a burden on that cruelty part.
Yeah.
Is it cruel to hear words? I don't know.
Yeah,
Will a lawyer argue it wasn't? Yes, he will. There's a lawyer that will argue. Definitely, it was not cruel at all. It's
but
just
their words are. But okay. But see the thing. Okay, those words are fucked up. But sometimes people do complain about the weirdest words. You know, it's like, oh, but
true.
It's like too bad.
Fortunately, this one's cut and dry.
No,
This is a teacher threatening to behead a kid, which is definitely. I think everyone's on board with this.
Never teach again, and
oh yeah.
I don't know if he should go to jail, but he should definitely get a fine.
I mean, whatever the punishment is in Georgia for doing it, at the very least, threatening to harm a child, whatever that charge is, I think he should get the full sentence of it.
100%.
A person in his position, he should know better, and he's not.
Maybe if he thinks that he doesn't have the right to think. I guess you have the right to think whatever you want, but you can't.
Don't say shit out loud. You can't just say
like,
everything out loud. I know we have this thing, freedom of speech here, but it's not 100%.
Freedom of speech is a different thing than threatening somebody.
There's actually such thing as
when Elon Musk bought X, formerly known as Twitter, when he got that. So many people are like, I'm gonna go kill Elon Musk. Free speech. I'm gonna smash Elon's face in. Free speech. I'm like,
here's Elon's address. Here's where he lives.
Yeah.
Here's an aerial photo of him.
But for sure, that's not free speech. That is not free speech.
Here's his coordinates from his plane.
Like I got banned from Facebook once because I said I want to see Logan Paul get punched out. This was before
you just said that on here.
Yeah,
oh my god.
Yeah, whatever. But this was on a boxing. He was boxing that night. So it was literally on a boxing post. Oh, and they're like, that's violence. And I got banned for 30 days for it. So
that is encouraging violence.
Yeah. But it's a boxing website. Like, not website, but it's a boxing theme, right? But maybe kids' parents based on their child's reaction to events. Um, yeah,
So they do have what they say is 20 witnesses. So it's
yeah, the
more
whole
than just
class.
their child's
It's a
recollection of
classes though.
events.
It's a whole class that did it. So, but yeah, made by kids. But there's cameras in classrooms and 20 kids. That would be pretty hard for them to all make
Yeah,
that
I
shit
mean,
up.
I don't want to mislead and just say it's their child
No.
when clearly they have other children who are
Yeah.
willing to be witnesses. It seems like, which I hope they have to ask the parents to make sure that's okay, that they can't compel those kids.
Okay, so here's the incident
I
right down.
hope, but this
The
is
incident
America.
report.
Don't know.
Here's the incident report down below. So let's go down a little. The incident report written by sheriff deputy who was on duty at the school when the incident occurred. Several witnesses who said they heard Reese shouting profane threats at 3 female students in the 7th grade hallway on December 7th, including "you mother effers, piece of s." We should stop swearing on YouTube and stuff. I'll kick you, blah blah blah. So he said a lot of things. Okay, and he said I should
Well, and then that
should
last
cut your mother effing off. Gotta be careful the words. And then said,
yeah, so that's what
my
was overheard by
anti-Semitic
people.
friend. That's pretty messed up. Yeah, that teacher's screwed. He should lose his job. He should be fired.
Well, and I don't even know that it's necessarily anti-Islam or anti-Muslim or Semite. I don't know that it's necessarily that. Either way, you don't. All three of these sentences are
And
terrible to say to
again,
kids.
know what? But again, maybe unless the guy was having a complete mental breakdown, that's a lot for him to say. She's a stupid mother effer and will be dragged by her head by the back of my car. Like,
Wait, what?
at the bottom there, it says it right there too. Right there. Yeah.
Who's the she we're referring to here?
Reese began walking back in the classroom, the teacher added, when she said she heard him yelling. Again, this is accusations that
she is another teacher.
Yeah. Is that another teacher? Oh, so the teacher.
Yes, so we have a teacher as well as students being the other witnesses. Okay.
So there has to be some video coming up on TikTok soon. There has to be something of it.
Oh, you think the other teacher pulled the phone out?
I'm just thinking
or one of the kids.
Kids are always got the phone. You never seen
They
that.
do.
Yeah,
they do. I haven't seen a video for this, but you're right.
But there has to be something out there, like, because it seems
holy
pretty weird.
shit.
It does seem pretty weird how there's not a single recording of it. Like usually it would start halfway through or something. But
and yeah, this quote here. I mean, this is now definitely like okay.
Yeah.
The teacher was making it about the Jewish thing.
And a Jewish, but he, and so either he was
Which just to be clear, the Israeli flag is not a Jewish flag.
Well, but maybe that is there.
Israel is a nation. Judaism is a religion.
Is there Jewish? Do they have their own flag though? Maybe they do have a flag.
Israel has their own flag.
I'm not talking about Israel. I'm talking about Jewish.
I mean, they have religious symbols like the Star of David, which appear on the Israeli flag.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So but like a flag of Christianity.
So that's a pretty stupid. Yeah. Like that's a stupid. Yeah.
I don't know if there's just a flag of Judaism.
There isn't.
I'm googling it right now and probably getting on a list.
Yeah. Exactly. Boom. Okay.
Yeah. Not really. And
you're right. It's the Israel flag, but that's so dumb.
And to be clear, not all Israeli people are Jewish.
Yeah. No.
You know that, right? I mean, there's Christians who live there.
Yeah.
There's Muslims who live there. I think there's some atheists. I'm not sure if they're allowed to live there, but I think they're probably there.
They just don't admit it.
They don't admit it, but they're definitely there. So if this teacher really called it my Jewish flag, he's got some problems.
Yeah. So
he needs therapy.
Yeah.
Because that's crazy
and
talk.
He needs to be charged and all that. So.
Well, yes, because if he's saying all this shit to kids, he's not fit to be a teacher.
Or he should not. Actually, now that he said that,
and he's literally making direct threats. He's saying things he's going to do to them. That's not legal.
And
he went into the realm of illegal.
In the heat of the moment, you can say something, but he went pretty far. So. That's if he said it. Again, innocent to proven guilty. But if 20 kids,
and that's that's the thing. We're gonna see these charges in court play out, so we'll see.
We'll do a follow-up down the road, I'm pretty sure.
Hopefully, if it doesn't get buried. A lot of times it takes so long for court things to happen that
I'm gonna have to start making lists and stuff so we can go back on them.
So when confronted by the school's principal and the sheriff's deputies, Reese initially, quote, got defensive, questioned why the deputy was present, and denied speaking to anyone, the report stated. Eventually, however, Reese told the principal a student came into his classroom to tell him she found the Israeli flag offensive, the report says. Reese claimed he told the student she was being anti-Semitic, but denied saying, quote, anything racist. Reese
Um,
became angry and, quote, kicked the door stopper in an aggressive manner when asked to discuss the incident further, the report says. He then asked in what capacity the deputy was present, whether as a school resource officer or a member of the sheriff's office, to which the deputy said both. Reese then told the deputy he had nothing further to say and invoked his civil rights. So yeah,
yeah.
he's
So with the way
he's
he
saying
acted,
nothing because it'll be used against him. Smart, smart,
yeah,
especially if you're guilty. But either way,
yeah.
even if you're innocent, smart,
So sorry, I'm just
because they can use anything you're
having to sit in
saying,
there.
and they're not going to use things to help you. That's not their goal.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. Well,
the deputy interviewed all three of the students about what led up to allegedly being threatened by Reese. One told the deputy she decided to speak with Reese about the flag because she found it offensive, according to the report. So this is saying, according to the deputies, one of the students admits to saying the flag was offensive.
yeah.
I don't think it's anti-Semitic to say that.
No, you have the right. It's not. You have the right to not like it. No, if I say I want to burn your flag and stuff like that, okay, that would be crossing the line. But yeah,
Still not anti-Semitic.
yeah, okay. What depends on what you're saying, but yeah, what she said is not. If that's,
I mean, that'd be like burning an American flag and somebody claiming that was anti-Christian. I would be like, hi, I'm American, not Christian.
Okay,
That
okay,
flag's
yeah,
not Christian.
Okay, I can see your point. All right.
Like, this is a nation.
Yeah, you're right. No, it is a nation.
Israel is a nation, is a country. Not, I mean, and of course, there's people who wish it was a ethno state. The truth is, it's not an ethno state. It's majority Jewish population. No one's denying that. But yeah, I mean, this teacher's out of control. I don't know if he needs therapy.
Yeah, he's clearly,
because you shouldn't be saying shit like this. Clearly, you need somebody to talk to about the current thing that's going on.
Going on in his life, or someone when
Well,
his
no,
family
it's
dies.
obviously the stuff going on over in Israel,
100%.
Palestine is having an impact on him, and he needs to just talk through it with somebody who will listen.
And that's okay. Not okay what
He's
he did.
probably got some anger,
but not okay what he did. But that's okay to reach out to people, right? But
and he needs to be able to talk through that anger, not with students and telling them he's gonna fucking rip their heads off and stuff like, and drag them behind stuff like. That's not the healthy way to get out your problems.
A little too far.
And
but yeah.
And the funny thing is, schools have these kind of resources. Even the teachers can access usually. So the stuff is there for him, and he needs. Hopefully, this is another one where the judge can do some fun sentencing. If they can sentence a child to do a book report, can we sentence this teacher?
In a unique way. Anger management classes.
I sentence not anger management. I sentence you to therapy. Talk to somebody about your problems. Get a clean release from your therapist. Something. I assume they could do shit like that. I don't know. But that's, again, I want people to actually get better after they do something bad. Not just be punished. Like throwing this guy in the jail for X number of days or months doesn't change it. He'll come back angrier and put up more flags and yell at more children.
Wait, hopefully he gets a job again out of school. But yeah, I don't think I have too much more on this guy.
Yeah, I think that's all we've got on this. Yeah. There's a little bit more down here, but I think we got to the main part.
Calm down. Relax a
little bit. Get the help you need, dude. But also, good luck in court because you definitely did bad things, and it sounds like there's a lot of people who witnessed it. Yeah. And you were in a trusted position in our society. We give teachers trust. And that's we don't necessarily give to everyone.
And that's why I do say you should homeschool your kids. But then I met a few homeschool kids. I'm like, shit. So
there's some downfalls to homeschooling.
I'm very tossed up about that, but I don't have kids, so my opinion doesn't matter.
I will admit you can do homeschooling in a way that can mitigate all the downfalls.
Know what I just
as long as you actually have like a robust education to provide them and social stuff to still get them.
You know what I found out today? In Argentina, as soon as you turn 1 year old, from 1 to 5, you go to daycare every day. And then you start kindergarten, like you don't.
From 1?
Yeah, exactly. I was talking to my coworker today from Argentina. He said that. He's like, I'm like, yeah, you don't start kindergarten until like 6 years. He's like, what? Well, what happened?
Yeah.
I'm like,
well, you just stay at home.
Either the parents stay at home or they pay $160 a day to get their child taken care of.
Yeah, or more. I literally, I don't know what it is. It's probably more than that now, to be honest. I don't want to insult parents out there with $160 a month. That doesn't sound right.
A day, I said, but
childcare. A day. Never mind. That's probably right. Yeah, that's because I was like, isn't it astronomical? Yeah, a day. That is astronomical.
So from NBC,
because that's like $4,000 a month. Anyway,
Yeah, exactly. From NBC News, Boston mayor defends hosting electeds of colored elected. My I can't speak.
electeds.
Electeds of colored holiday party after email controversy. So yeah, I did read up on this a little bit because it's complete bullshit. The mayor of Boston was like, "Oh, let's have a party for all the colored people who got elected and no white people." But she sent it to all the white people too.
So yeah, an
And
invitation for
yeah,
elected officials of color was accidentally sent to the entire Boston City Council.
yeah. Well, okay. So first of all, why do you have groups separating people by color? Like
That's a good question.
That's pretty messed up. That is pretty messed up. There should be no reason for that. Pushing racism more and more. Like that's exactly what that is. And imagine if this was the other way around. You know?
Well, yeah, if this was the other way around, it would be on news too. I mean, this is already on the news, so
Yeah,
the whole flip flop. It's already making news anyway.
It
So
would, but it would be 10, 100 times worse if there was a reverse situation. I can guarantee it. But yeah, that is.
I don't know if I'd say 10 times worse. I think you'd see it on Fox.
Oh no, it would be much worse. But no, you'd see it on, but you'd see it. It'd be a 2-week story.
I'm surprised
right?
we didn't see this one on Fox. But then again, I guess.
And they'd be like, they should resign. It was like I believe she should resign. But everyone's media like they should resign. They should resign. But nope, nothing that I've seen yet. This is still a news story from yesterday. But yeah, Boston Mayor Wu defends a Wednesday holiday party for elected officials of color after the invitation was actually sent to the entire city council.
So here's who is this? Mayor Michelle Wu. We've had individual conversations with everyone, so people understand that it was truly just an honest mistake that went out in the typing the email field. I look forward to celebrating with everyone at the holiday parties we will have besides this one as well.
That's not the point. You cannot.
The email invite for an electeds of color holiday party was sent out by a city employee. As for RSVPs and dietary restrictions, so what is she saying is the mistake? She's saying the mistake was sending it to white people?
The mistake was sending the email to white people. The mistake was in the
party. Invite, the subject was this, and she didn't say the subject field.
That's the thing that's bullshit. She's not upset about what the party.
Because in the first half, I was like, oh, is she about to say like, no, it wasn't even like that at all?
She's
but no,
doubling down on her party decision. And she's like, well, we just didn't mean to send it to the white people.
Oh, yeah, here we go. I think we have all been in a position at one point where an email went out and there was a mistake in the recipients. Yeah, she's saying it. What the fuck?
She's doubling down.
There was truly just an honest mistake that happened in issuing the invitation.
It was not an honest mistake. She should step down, and whoever organized it should be resigned and should be removed from city council. I'm not even from Boston. I didn't vote there, but that is complete bullshit. Like, that is racism. And people say you can't be racist against white people. Them not inviting people to the party because of the color of their skin is racism. Like,
well, yeah, definitely. I mean, that's literally they're even saying it here.
I mean, I can't like it. Just I know it's not that I can't believe it. That's the thing is I can believe it. But you think it would stop? We should stop this. This is causing more racism. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, I would just ask these people, these council members that they're asking to invite here, how is this helping?
Yeah, what is this doing? You know, and clearly they don't have the.
Now, of course, Frank Barker says he doesn't care, but like and that's not the point.
I wouldn't go to
the party. It's not the point,
anyway.
Frank.
I didn't go to my Christmas party at work. Okay, cool. I didn't want to go. Okay, but that's not the point. Being told that you can't go because you're white. That's going back.
Well, yeah, and that's quite literally what this is. No, it's quite literally excluding specifically.
Yeah, and like that's bullshit. No matter what it is, you cannot tell someone they can't come to isn't that a law? Isn't that a law in America?
And also, how are you going to define this? Yeah. This electeds of color. Yeah, which, by the way, is that really the way to say that?
And how do you determine it, right? If someone's from Poland and they got voted onto they're a person of color. They're not white, right? They're European.
Well, it depends. I mean, some Europeans are considered white, some aren't.
But
how are you deciding this?
But just because they have white skin doesn't mean they're actually white. I've seen people from India with whiter skin than me. I mean Pakistan.
Or people that are multiracial exist.
And they're their wife. So if anyone is dating a white person, are they not allowed to go? Like, oh, sorry, you got to come by yourself, right? Like.
it's just strange and definitely racist.
And another
Like,
thing I hate down here, they're like, Wu, who was the first woman and person of color. Okay, cool. Like, why?
no one's saying not to celebrate
Yeah,
things like,
but
people being the first ever elected. And again, person of color, I thought we stopped saying that
yeah,
term, but
that's
maybe
yeah.
not.
I guess not. But it's like, but like that. Why? I want the person for the job. I don't care what there was a person or a woman, man,
Yeah, that's what
anything,
I want.
black,
I'm not gonna
white.
tell them not to celebrate it and not to
Yeah,
have community celebrations, but to put out your invitation and to put it out in an exclusion in a way of just specifically excluding it doesn't make any sense to me. What if I wanted
yeah,
to celebrate with you?
yeah. Exactly. Right. Like I
You
don't know.
know?
Like that's I. This is just I don't know. She like there's nothing's gonna happen to her, but she should be forced to resign. She is clearly she it wasn't a mistake. She doubled down. It was a
Yeah,
mistake
I
to send
mean,
the
she keeps
email out.
saying she keeps
Like
saying that
no,
the only
that
mistake was the recipient.
she's a racist and she
Um,
should step down.
so here's Ruth Z. Lugin. I don't think this is the same person, is it? Is that the name of the person?
No, that's someone else. She's
Yeah, this is a different
something Wu.
counselor.
She's
It is
Michelle
not at
Wu.
all divisive. It is creating spaces for people and communities and identities with shared experiences to come together. I was asking because this is
Yeah.
agreeing
Okay.
with
Are
the
we
person
not
who did it.
human? Are we not all people that identify as human? You know, like that's fucked. Like imagine us having a party and saying, you know
How do
what?
you know my experiences
Yeah.
aren't the same? I
You
mean,
know, like
or anyone's.
that's fucked. That's complete bullshit. Like I don't know.
I just
Like
I don't understand. If you want to have a place where everyone's included and can share their experiences with each other, that's
yeah.
you're excluding people. I don't get it.
Yeah, just because you're friggin' white doesn't mean you grew up in a good friggin' household or you didn't have a shitty grow up or anything, you know? And just because you're colored doesn't mean you had the same or not. And it doesn't matter. But they keep pushing this race card. That's what it is. They want us to be divided. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah,
And
ultimately
they,
Wu
who's
told
they? I don't know who they
WCVB.
is, but there's somebody.
Yeah. So ultimately, Wu told them Boston should be a place that welcomes minorities to build ties and spaces. Well,
So
that's not what's happening here.
yeah,
You're not just building ties and creating a space. You're
you
creating a specific space, a space that you want to exclude certain people from.
yeah,
Right? It's
or
not
how they were
you're
born.
making
Yeah,
this you're saying this in a way that makes it sound different than it is.
yeah. No,
Okay? Because what you put together here is a party where you don't want Whitey to show up.
yeah, and that's it. And you know what? It's the thing is
Eh,
most like okay, but like, I don't know. I don't have the words. I'm just so like it's an insult to anybody. Like, okay, cool. You're the first Chinese mayor of the city. Good on you. But now you're gonna become a racist. That's probably
Also,
you
these elected
probably
officials were elected. Their constituents are not just
yeah
their
they're
own
not
race. It's
yeah
not like,
so
oh, you're Asian, so Asians voted for
yeah
you. That's not that's racist, by the
yeah
way.
like no it
To
is
even
like,
think like that is
no
crazy.
it's but like
Uh,
I can't I don't know like Michelle Wu, you're a horrible person. That's all
yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
can't
say.
believe that she can't actually see the real problem and keep
Yeah,
saying that the mistake is
the email,
something that I
the
was like,
email's a mistake. Like so,
you just keep shaking your head because like I don't think you're getting it. I don't think you get what you're doing there.
I
Like
I I killed somebody, but my mistake was I left a piece of hair behind. But that's okay, right? So like I don't know if that's a good analogy, but you know, it's like oh my mistake was this, and like I got caught. Not that we just did it, but screw her. I hope you follow up on Monday that she resigns.
yeah, I mean, and she's in a position, she's a mayor, she's in a position to resign. That's I mean, outside of being elected out whenever the term is up, that's it.
Yeah.
So it's
But they can. I
she
don't
may
know.
just sit in the seat and
I
hope it blows
can they?
over.
Can you set? Can you force mayors to step down? I'm sure there's something you can do.
I
You
think there's
know.
a process, but it takes a certain number of signatures
Yeah.
to
So
initiate the process.
yeah, and
So it's possible.
and I would hope, and I'm gonna say this just because of the article. I'd hope the people of color would agree with that. This is racism and it's not helping the case anywhere in the world, especially in America. Divide,
Yeah.
divide, divide. That's all it is.
And you can create a party where you wanna share those experiences of, like, the Black experience in America. That's
Yeah.
fine. But why would you not want, like, me to
Yeah.
be there? I don't know those experiences.
Okay.
I
Yes.
can I not
Okay.
can I
And
not
that's
want to
exactly it.
see
Oh,
that?
they don't
Like,
respect us because they don't understand what we've gone through.
I'm
But we're
trying
not gonna. But
to do some
We're not
understanding,
gonna
you know?
tell you what you go through, right? Like
We're not
I
gonna
don't know.
invite you to this to yeah, I mean, that's kinda my take on it, is like, Make
You
it so
know?
that it's what you want it to be, and so that it's most likely gonna have the audience you wanted anyways,
Yeah.
but isn't excluding people.
Yeah.
Come on, it's 2023, there's a way to do this.
2024 in a few days here. Come on.
You can do this better, Michelle. Do
Yeah.
better,
Yeah. Do better.
Mayor.
I haven't heard that in a
You
while.
know, I watched
But
Falcon. Do
yeah.
better, Mayor.
Educate yourself. Okay.
True.
No. But yeah.
True. Let's talk
Yeah.
about
I think we only got a few more
soda.
stories left.
We do.
Yeah, let's talk about this. Gotta
This
dot,
is
dot, dot.
from CBS News. Coca-Cola recalls 2,000 Diet Coke, Sprite, Fanta Orange soda packs.
Um
Wait, that doesn't seem like that many. We're talking about 2012
yeah.
packs?
Yeah, but I
That's not
just
that many,
Coke.
right?
I stopped drinking Coke. I used to be addicted to Coca-Cola. Not Diet. Diet Coke is horrible for you anyway, because there's
Is it?
aspartame, and aspartame causes lots of problems, dementia,
Uh,
a whole bunch of other things that it does do, but it's not
What
good
about
for you.
erythritol? Is erythritol good for you?
I don't know. Is that aspartame too, or I don't know what that is, but I know aspartame is. But regardless, yeah. But you got any Diet Coke, Font? I like Fanta and I do like Sprite. But yeah, that's not that many though. You're right, 2,000.
I'm pretty sure erythritol is what they put in. Yeah, there it is. Pure erythritol is what they put in Monster Energy.
Do they? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't,
But I do drink Diet Coke. Aspartame,
Yeah.
it tastes different. I don't like it as much as
Yeah.
erythritol.
no, I get sick from it. I get migraines from it. I get very unhealthy when I drink it. I also stopped drinking Coca-Cola too because it's as good as it is. It's not really good for your body. You know, I was drinking like probably 6 cans a day and messes you up.
So these were specifically Alabama, Mississippi, and Florida. So
Okay.
right off the bat, we can alleviate some
Yeah.
concerns for anyone watching, including myself. This was not here.
So why are they recalled?
Well,
Yeah.
apparently, they may contain, quote, foreign material. What's that?
Okay, what does foreign material mean? Yeah.
It remains unclear what the potential foreign material could be and what
Is it
risks,
finger?
if any, it
Is
poses.
it a finger? Is it a body? Is it hair? Is it like you know?
So they
like-
got the UPCs here for you that you could literally check if you've
Yeah.
got one of these, which is kind of crazy. And then they have a best by date. This might be
So
the
that
easier way
means
to
they,
even
but
bother
that
checking
means
July
they've probably
29.
been drank by now. Oh, July. Okay, that one above says January 29th. That seems.
Yeah,
pretty-
that's the best by date. I mean, best by on sodas is like way in the future.
Yeah, so that's like a month away. So
So yeah, these are almost certainly already been drank.
yeah. Oops. But yeah, I just that's it. Not
So yeah,
too much
I
on
wish
there.
they would tell us what's in it because
Yeah, like was it a finger? Was it a whole bunch of
Was it
caffeine
chemicals?
withdrawals? Yeah, that was pretty bad too.
you know the
Evil.
microplastics.
Thanks.
Was it
Yeah.
too much plastic?
I don't know.
Hey, I have a caffeine withdrawal.
Yeah. Well, from
Was there too much caffeine?
Yeah, no. No.
Did they accidentally put erythritol and
when I quit
aspartame
drinking
in?
pop, it was the sugar and the caffeine withdrawals. But then I switched to coffee. Coffee's hell of a drug.
Yeah, I used to drink regular soda, full strength stuff, and I had to kick that. That's why I do the fake caffeines or the fake sugars. I mean, because the real sugars, I would be diabetic by now. So
All right. Well, I do think we have one last story here, right?
hopefully it works. It is from Fox News, and
Okay.
we were worried these weren't working.
Yeah.
I didn't check this one because I didn't think I realized
We'll
it.
find out, and if not, then we'll just wing it. From Fox News, Israel puts 400K bounty on Hamas's leader's head. Drops leaflets in Gaza. Huh.
His name is Yahya Sinwar.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard this name before? This is the
I'm
first
sure
time
I
I've seen
have.
it.
Yeah, well, if he's the leader of Hamas, I'm sure they've talked about him.
Yeah, I just know that I haven't looked into Hamas's leadership
either
structure.
have I.
That's
Like I can't.
that's
pronounce-
not an interest of mine. It turns
Yeah,
out it'll probably
okay.
get you on a list if you start googling too much of that
probably,
shit too.
yeah.
You
You
know,
don't want to do that. Yeah.
I'm sure they have a structure like any other. So this is their
So I wonder how.
this is their Osama bin
Yeah,
Laden,
yeah.
basically.
So
We're saying
yeah.
here.
So they put a bounty on his head, huh? So
$400,000.
actually there's 3 bounties.
So
right
wait,
now.
yeah, this says the offering cash rewards amounting to $1 million.
Yeah.
So there's multiple. 400,000 for Yahya Sinwar, 300,000 for his brother Muhammad, who commands the Hamas forces in southern Gaza. $200,000 for Rafa Salameh, who commands the Khan Yunis battalion, and $100,000 for Muhammad Diaf,
Imagine being
Hamas general military commander.
Imagine being Muhammad. You'd be like, it's only 100K? What? Are you kidding
Wait,
me?
Mohammed
So,
or Muhammad?
Mohammed. Sorry, Mohammed.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
yeah, it's like,
700K.
oh, that's all I'm worth? Like,
Um,
literally, it's like, God, I can see what these other guys are worth, like 2 times as much as me, 3 times as much as
yeah,
me, 4
yeah,
times as
evil. We saw
Oh,
we saw that
man.
today, but we figured we had enough bad news. But yeah, we all talked about three as
Yeah,
they
and that's the really
Israel.
sad news, and
Unfortunately, they were going out into the tunnels and they killed 3 of their hostages. And we don't know who the
yeah, and
hostages were yet, but
no, they had 2 of the names.
did
2 of
they?
them were
Okay.
named. One of them was
Well,
not being released, but the names of them, we just weren't doing that story
yeah.
tonight. I did read it. Um,
But yeah,
yeah, and that's
so
actually we did do a story though about the families of those who were still hostages.
yeah, and they were talking about how
Um,
that's a potential to happen.
and they were very critical of Netanyahu for, you know, stopping the ceasefire and going back to this because they understand that during the fighting is when their loved ones are at most risk,
Yeah.
and that's
But to
what
be
happened
fair,
today.
Hamas is the one that broke the shot first after ceasefire, but yes, they should try to make another ceasefire. Because that conversation happened after the ceasefire, right?
The what?
The conversation with the prime minister they had was after the ceasefire. And Hamas was the first one to shoot after the ceasefire that started it again.
Yeah, I don't know about that. We didn't report on that, and I saw things that said the opposite of that. So
Oh yeah, I guess.
I could literally just say no. IDF was actually poised and ready to shoot at 4 a.m. and did as soon as the ceasefire was up. They shot. So like I could make that statement too, but like we didn't cover that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, I'm
yeah,
sure you
so.
did.
War
Because there was
sucks
a vested
regardless, so-
interest. There's a vested interest in both sides saying
Yeah.
the other one's shot first.
Oh.
You understand? So, well, we didn't cover that, so we don't want to talk about something we're not talking
but
about.
Yeah, war does suck no matter what.
War sucks.
So anyway, so do you want
Now, do you think that these 400,000, 300,000, 200,000, 100,000 will actually have people collect the reward? Do you think
Yeah.
somebody will collect the reward for news?
Maybe. Okay, like if they.
I know it's a maybe. Do you think it will happen or not?
Yeah, I highly doubt it, but you never know. I highly doubt it though. But I'm sure some people will try. They got nothing else. They have nothing to lose, so.
I bet nothing actually
I don't think
gets
anything
paid to
will.
anyone.
I don't think, but
I don't think the offer's real. I think they'll take the
no.
person if you bring them the person. I don't think the offer's real though.
I don't. I think it would be. They would not do a public statement like this and lie about it.
You don't think Israel would
No.
make a public statement that's a lie?
No, they would. Okay, not that, but I think like this. They would definitely.
Oh, IDF have made public statements that were lies.
Okay, but this right here saying that they're gonna pay him, yeah, I believe. You pay your bounties, but I can't say. Well, see, I don't think it's gonna happen anyway. It doesn't matter. It's not gonna happen.
Who has done bounties that have paid that you've read about?
It doesn't matter. I'm just saying you
like
pay,
this isn't a normal
I'm saying
thing.
You pay your bounties. That's what you do, right? So, right? If I can do it for less than 500K, maybe.
Now the next question, since you think it will get paid, that's good that you
I
think
didn't
that.
say I think. I said I highly doubt it, but it might. I did not say it would.
Well, no, but you said you think that if someone came forward, that the payment will happen.
Okay. All right. Oh yeah. Okay.
That's what I was saying. Like
All right, yeah.
that's what I was saying. Which is good because what I'm going to ask you now is, if somebody from another country goes over there and does it, does that count?
Yes, they did not. Actually,
are they incentivizing people to go over there and do something really dumb?
I don't know. I highly doubt it. That's
because think about Americans who already were thinking about going over there.
Who released this? This is Fox News. They didn't tweet. I didn't hear Israel say it.
It says Fox Israel dropped leaflets offering cash rewards
in Gaza, not in America, not in Britain, right? So.
Okay, but we're getting the news, so
because people in Gaza still have phones and they still do have some places.
So you think if an American were to do it, they would not give them the money?
I don't know. There's no way to determine that. That's an impossible question to answer.
So you think they'd make good on the money, but not if you're not from there?
I don't know the answer to that. I'm not saying yes or no. Like, we're not.
I think the whole concept of this
even supposed to know
is incentivizing.
Yeah.
I don't think we're not supposed to know about it. That's silly. This is an international conflict with everyone's eyes on it. Dropping leaflets are going to be seen. Like,
yeah.
What? Like, this isn't secret.
It's kind of silly. It's very, very silly. But I'm pretty sure Putin has a bounty on his head too. So.
Now, they're also just asking for information leading to the capture. So what if I or somebody, from Egypt or Jordan or
know where he is,
Somalia has information? That's why that question is relevant. Would they make good if you're actually an American who happens to know where Yahweh Sinwar hangs out?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in the third bunker under the second hospital with the school next to it.
I'll send them an email and see if they get back to me. Okay.
Yeah, just past
I'll
the
let you.
2 rubble piles and then
Yeah.
the other rubber
I'll let
piles
you
and
know. I'll let you when they. I'll let you know when they respond.
I hope
Yeah.
we have follow-ups for this
Yeah.
because I really don't think anyone will
Well,
come with anything.
if do we
Do
have
you know how long
just say,
Osama bin Laden had one of
oh,
these?
yeah, long time. So
And the SEALs got him. Like,
yeah.
it wasn't
So they
nobody else
say,
got him,
yeah.
like,
So
the
they
award was
say,
there forever.
and then they at least just put his body in the ocean because why don't you do that? So
Wasn't there a video? This isn't a he might be alive thing. I thought
ah,
there was a video of him getting his head exploded.
yeah, no, I don't remember seeing no video. What I heard is he got shot.
I thought they released the SEAL video of the incursion.
maybe, but that was a long time ago.
Maybe
So
I'm misremembering, but I thought
yeah,
they did that because
no, I believe what happened is they shot him in his cave and then they brought him to the ocean and they released him right away. Like they didn't release him, but they gave him a burial at sea, which is too good of a thing for him. But
no video footage of the raid has ever been released by the US
there
government.
you go.
What video footage might exist of bin Laden's death, if any, is unclear. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
CBS News reported in 2011 that 25 helmet cams had recorded the entire bin Laden raid. Okay, that's what I remember. CBS and other news channels saying
But it's never
there
been
were
public.
tons of helmets recording it, but then they didn't show any of it. Okay.
Okay, how long?
So there's
is
tons
the-
of talk about having the footage, but no actual.
I still kind of want to see the footage, you know, like
Do you think presidents get to just watch that stuff? Like
probably
as soon as you get
it's
elected, you could be like,
classified.
"Hey, I want to see that." Yeah, I know,
Yeah,
but I'm
so-
president now. Can I see that?
Yeah, why?
I want to watch
Why
that.
not? So
Do you think they give you a weird look if you're a president and want to see weird shit like
yeah,
that? Like,
maybe I don't know.
I'm just asking for a friend.
Yeah.
Donald was.
Biden?
I mean, a friend was asking. Oh
Yeah.
no,
Anyway,
Joseph.
yeah, I don't have anything else on this. Good luck to whoever goes after that bounty, I guess. Yeah. You have any?
Let's see pictures. I don't know. I just started.
Yeah.
This
Oh, yeah, I
article just
guess
started.
you
I don't
did.
know what's in the second half here. What's
I
all
guess there's
this?
still lots, yeah. That's all we have is $1 million bounty. There's not much I can do, right?
Pictures of the flyers circulated on social media showing an IDF telephone number and contact info on a Telegram messaging app. They don't have internet there, so that's
Yeah.
interesting.
There's
It
still
shows
some,
intent
yeah.
for it to be more than just people who are still in Gaza.
Yeah. Well, no.
The IDF is promising to protect the identities of any informants. That's good. There you go. You would expect some amount of anonymity because you're
Yeah.
going to become hated by a lot of people,
for
presumably.
Sure. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
every member of Hamas and potentially more. You know, if you're giving up a leader. From left to right, here we have Hamas Gaza chief Yahya al-Sinwar. The chief, was this one of the names? Ismail Hania? I didn't think that was one of the names.
Yeah, I don't remember. So.
Khalil al-Hayya. I don't know
Good
about
on you
these
for
two.
trying,
These are
but
just
this
other
is-
seniors.
This
Yeah,
is
I'm not gonna.
stock photo was of 2017, so
Well, it's not a stock photo.
oh no, but it's a September 19th.
It's an actual photo of the chief guy. This is the main one that they're giving 400,000 for. I don't think they have the other ones pictured here. This is the $400,000 guy.
Crazy.
The one that they're calling the leader, also known in Israel as the Butcher of Khan Yunis for his violent and cruel torture methods against his enemies, both Israeli and Palestinian. He's 60 years old. Believed to be the mastermind behind the October 7th attacks, which, of course, 1,200 Israelis were murdered.
Yeah.
And 240 people plus were taken captive. I thought it was 248, but 240 plus, we'll say.
He
he's a
joined
longtime
Hamas
militant
in
activist.
1987. Yeah. So.
So he's definitely a true believer. You've
Oh
been in the
yeah, this
organization
is right. I did hear
for
about that. He was
36
arrested,
years.
Yeah, but no, he was
Years
arrested
later-
in Israel. 2 years, and he,
As well as
yeah.
So wait, 2 years after joining, he was arrested for something crazy and is free? How is he
because he
free?
was put in jail for 22 years.
Hey, why is there sticky
He's
stuff on your head?
sentenced to life in prison, which he only ended up serving 22 years. So it's kind of like an American system, I guess. Oh, you get life, but here's 22 years. So
Okay, so 89 plus 22 years puts him getting out at like 2011-ish.
so yeah.
Yeah, there it is, 2011. And then, okay, Peanut, you can't. Yeah, get down. Peanut's making it where I can't scroll.
Yeah.
Sorry, everyone.
Or ceasefire, that sign said, but yeah. So after returning to Gaza, he became the leader in Hamas in 2017.
So I don't remember this event, the Shalit deal. This must have been a prisoner swap. Yeah, Hamas seeks to swap Israeli prisoners for prominent Palestinians. So yeah, there was a big prisoner swap to get this guy out.
And it was a mistake, clearly.
He was elected by secret ballot to replace the incumbent political leader Ismail Hania. Oh, that was the other guy in the picture.
Yeah, secret
The
ballot.
middle guy was the previous leader of Hamas.
Oh.
Let's see. So after his role in the October 7th massacre, Israel believes Sinwar and Hamas military commanders Mohammed Diaf had planned the attack for more than 2 years. Evidence suggests Sinwar misled regional partners, including Egypt and Qatar, into believing he was more focused on humanitarian relief efforts for Gaza's 2.3 million Palestinian inhabitants than launching terror attacks on Israel. Oh,
So
I
yeah.
mean, sure, yeah.
Okay. I don't know. He's probably not a good guy. He did murder people. He's a pretty shitty person too. But
Coordinated the entire institution of Hamas, the government, and its military wing,
yeah,
according
so
to the Israeli army spokesman.
well, good luck to whoever
Retired
wants to get
Leonard
that
Colonel.
money. Yeah.
He is the financier, the instructor, and he gave the ultimate green light to carry this out. So they're saying he's the money man too.
Yeah.
That
Well,
wasn't
the
clear until
person in
now.
charge
He's
usually
been in
knows
jail
what
for
they're
20
doing.
years. Surprised he has money.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
he's been out for 13 now, right? And
Yeah.
he probably didn't keep. He probably didn't. All the money he has probably wasn't taken. I mean, given to him, or he worked for.
Yeah. And Israel has vowed to continue the war on Hamas until Hamas is eradicated, calling Sinwar a quote dead man walking. Yeah, I mean this guy's fucked. Just like Osama bin Laden.
Yeah.
Like
His
he was
time will
absolutely
come. Yeah,
fucked.
he
It was
had
just
no.
a matter of time.
Yeah.
I mean, no matter how this incident happens, because they eventually got bin Laden in a totally different country.
Yeah.
So even
Several
if this
years
whole
later.
incident eventually gets to a ceasefire, we go back to normal, this guy's not safe,
Nope.
right? They will have him killed or at the very least brought back and charged. Like,
Oh, they won't let him. He'll die. There's no way they'll let him live. Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see though if there's some follow-ups on these bounties, because this is just kind of definitely clickbait worthy news for sure. We're not going to not click a bounty story.
Okay.
So we'll see. We'll see. And we got to see some names, like, we got to start to equate Osama bin Laden with, stuff.
Yeah.
I don't feel like we knew these names yet.
Yeah, no,
You know
we
what I
didn't.
mean?
But
Like,
I
if
don't
we're
know.
gonna do this war on terror thing again, you got to show me the leadership.
Yeah,
Who are you going for, so that I know when to say you did a thing?
Yeah.
I've been asking them all along to show me measurable results. Showing me the leadership structure and that you got a leader. That's part of that.
All right. Well, I think it's time to wrap up the show. There, we've been going.
Evo says he could do it for less than 500K.
Yeah. I'm not. Yeah. So no, if you could do it for less, so you have some profit. But yeah, thank you everybody for watching. If you haven't already, can you click that follow button? And thank you for being here. Appreciate all the new followers and the subs tonight. Thank you very much. If you haven't already, go to our website. It's posted on my page. We are on TikTok, X, formerly known as Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. And if you want to be on the show, you can drop us a line. It's also on our website. Drop us a line. Shoot us an email. Let us know what you want to talk about. We love to have a debate. We like to have conversation, even though if you don't agree, we do like to have that conversation and that banter. That's what it's all about.
You could also just suggest topics for us if you don't want to come on. Just let us know topics too. Obviously, we're willing to banter about stuff if you just have suggestions too.
And as always, we like to say it's okay not to be okay. I dedicated a page to our website for this. A lot of information on there to help you see the signs of friends and family who are going through something that you might not know. And even for yourself, there's phone numbers there to call. So give it a click, read through it. Some great information. Dustin, do you have anything to say before we jet out here?
I just want to thank everyone watching us live and everyone watching us later on the YouTubes. Make sure to click those buttons, the like ones and the comment ones, and have a conversation with me in the comments.
For sure.
It's been the way the kitten meows.
Yeah, and what am I gonna do is I'm gonna try to find what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna host Freaky TV. He's the one that helped us grow all these followers. So you're gonna go see the guy who helped my channel grow, our channel.
Yep.
Thank you very much. We will see you Monday at 7 p.m. Don't forget to follow. Stay safe. There we go.
And here we move. And I'm not actually tabbed on him, so I'm really actually going with this raid.
Don't have. Borderline Banter, welcome on in. Thank you so much for the host. I greatly appreciate it. We'll give you a shout out as soon as you transfer over in here. Borderline Banter getting affiliate on the Freaky TV show.
Thanks for the subscription.
Aiden Von Wolf, I appreciate the renewal of the subscription. Thank you for the 4 months. Borderline Banter says, no worries, you got 2 subs. All possible because you got that affiliate, Borderline. You're doing great. Let me give you a little shout out here. Way to go, Borderline. Congratulations. You're on your way, man, to living the dream. Big Stan says, thanks, everyone who tuned in, especially everyone who subscribed to Borderline Banter. Way to go, Big Stan.
You think he's getting that put together that I'm the co-host here?
Yeah.
We've said it a few times,
No,
and I
he
keep
does, yeah.
only talking when Banter's the topic. Like,
Real proud of you guys, man. Always proud of you guys, man. This kick.
but yeah,
community,
definitely
what it's
big
all
ups
about,
to
man.
Freaky for
You
throwing
know
people
what?
our
I
way.
think we
You
wanna
got 2
put
subs
our
tonight. I have no
strings
idea what
on
that means. I think you have something in your bank account from
Where's our
something.
Yeah, I
theme
got
song at?
12 dollars and